Hi fellow travelers, and it's me, your travel angel. In this video, I'm giving you tips for visiting the Tulum Ruins. I'll also show you why you should visit the Tulum Archaeological Site and the unique experience this ancient Mayan city has to offer. Let's do this! Hey, welcome back to Angel's Video Diary. Now let's go inside this ancient Mayan ruins. The Tulum Ruins are the remnants of an ancient Mayan city located on the Yucatan Peninsula in the Mexican state of Quintana Roo. The city was built on a cliff overlooking the Caribbean Sea. The Tulum Archaeological Zone or site is a popular tourist destination and is open to the public for exploration. Travel tip number 1 is to try to visit early in the morning to beat the crowd. Visiting early in the morning will help you avoid the hottest parts of the day. By the way, entrance to the Tulum Ruins is 85 Mexican pesos, which is around $5 US. It is open every day from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and last entry is gonna be at 4 p.m. And we also got a tour guide, and she told us to park across the 7-Eleven store, and that's before you reach the Tulum Ruins. So we just paid 50 Mexican pesos for the parking, and that is actually for the whole duration of our tour. Now from 7-Eleven, we just walked to the entrance of the Tulum Ruins, which was probably around 15 to 17 minutes. Travel tip number 2, well, you can do a self-guided tour here, but I highly recommend that you get a tour guide. Well, getting a tour guide will greatly enhance your experience and will help you learn more about the Mayan civilization. I think for me, if we did the tour on our own, we won't be able to learn about the Mayan culture and its history. You know, we're just gonna take pictures and just explore the ruin. And by the way, your guide can actually take your pictures, like Tanya, our guide. And if you have a guide, she'll be able to answer any of your questions about the Tulum Ruins. And Tanya, our guide, is very knowledgeable about the Tulum Archaeological Site. She was also attentive and respectful to everyone in the group. You know, she would often ask the group if we have any questions. We definitely learned a lot from Tanya, and I highly recommend that you get her as your tour guide here. Now, tip number 3 is to wear comfortable shoes because you will be walking on uneven ground or terrain. You'll be walking a lot here, so you should definitely wear comfy shoes. And I wanted to bring my hiking shoes, but I had limited space for it because, well, I brought only a carry-on luggage. For you, if you have, extra space and you also have hiking shoes, then you should definitely bring those. I mean, there are many sites where you can use it because Tulum has a lot of areas where you can hike as well. And there are other ruins to visit too, like Chichen Itza. If you guys are new here and you haven't subscribed, make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I would post new content. Now, Tulum has a tropical climate and it's also hot all year round. So tip number 4 is for you to wear a hat and sunglasses to protect yourself from the sun. Well, the rainy season can be a bit cooler. The rainy season is also where humidity and heat are at its highest. So that's gonna be from May to October. And there is also the risk of hurricanes with a higher chance of it during the months of August to October. And speaking of protecting yourself from the sun, well, tip number 5 is you should wear sunscreen. And make sure to bring the eco-friendly sunscreen to protect the waters and also the environment. You know, in case you plan on swimming in the beach or maybe a cenote. Now, since it's gonna be hot, well, tip number 6 is to bring plenty of water. So I highly recommend that you stay hydrated so you can avoid feeling lightheaded because, well, you lack water in your system and simply because you are dehydrated. Don't worry, there are toilets here near the entrance if you need to use the restroom. So Tulum is surrounded by mangrove trees, which is a breeding ground for mosquitoes. Well, any vegetation actually. So tip number 7 is you should bring a mosquito or bug repellent. Now, if you could find the biodegradable ones, then that will be great because I couldn't find one anywhere. Travel tip number 8 is to respect the site and do not go over the barrier to the restricted areas. Yes, that is what the ropes are for, because it is important to protect the artifacts and other materials within the site, which have historical value and are most likely vulnerable and can be easily destroyed by stepping on them. And of course, make sure to stop by the shops and bring home a souvenir. Make sure to bring cash with you as well, because a lot of shops only accept cash. Tulum Ruins is a popular destination, so expect to have a huge crowd, especially if you're visiting in the middle of the day where tour buses and vans start to line up outside. And I'm not exaggerating it. I mean, we got inside the Tulum Ruins at 8 a.m. and by the time we finished, we saw more tourists lining up outside. Now, travel tip number 11 is you should pack a towel and a swimsuit, because after your tour, you can go to the beach or a cenote. You can actually swim at the beach at the Tulum Ruins. When we were standing on the cliff, we saw a number of people swimming down there. And we also planned to go to a cenote after our Tulum Ruins tour. And I was actually wearing my swimsuit underneath my clothes. I was totally ready to just dive into the water. Well, I hope I was able to inspire you to visit the Tulum Archaeological Site. If you got value off this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I would post new content. If you have any questions or suggestions, make sure to add them in the comment box below. You can show your love and support by hitting the like and share button. And also, you can stay current on my travels. Follow me on social media. That's at Angel's Video Diary. And my TikTok handle is at I am Angel Alvaro. You can also subscribe to my blog, mypurplepages.com. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.
Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Me diste alas para que vuele, pero motivos para quedarme. Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Tú me curas cuando más me duele. Sé que siempre has sabido amarme.
Eso de tortolito no queda bien, bebé. Mejor de tus amigas diciendo que no ven.